everybody, Sean here, and today we're going to talk a little mini ninjas. I've got Ulrich Haum Limkilder from IO Interactive. You're a level designer, so you're going to tell us a little bit about it right now. So first question I've got is, ninjas are normally thought of as not so cute and cuddly, so why the decision to make a family-friendly ninja game like this one?
I think that we've just basically wanted to do a game that had a bit of a wider appeal for a long time, so that we could come home and play it with our families, play the game with our kids and stuff. And we've also wanted to make a ninja game for a long time, and we just really like ninjas at IO Interactive and being stealthy and stuff like that. So I think that it was those two things that were combined and made us come up with the idea to make this game.
Can you give us a general description of the game, how it works, and sort of what you showed off earlier today?
Yeah. I mean, it's a third-person action-adventure game, and it's set in our fantasy version of feudal Japan. And the story is very shortly explained that there's an evil samurai warlord trying to take over the world. And what he does is to capture all the animals in the forests around the empire, and he transforms them into these mindless soldiers. And each type of soldier depends of the kind of animal he starts out with. So basically, there's a ninja master who sends out all his best ninjas to investigate what's going on, but none of them return. So he ends up sending out these two unlikely ninjas called Hiro and Futo, which is where the game starts. And it's now their job to go on this epic quest to restore balance to nature and harmony back to the world and defeat the evil samurai world, obviously.
What are some of the differences between the ninjas you play? You mentioned Hiro and Futu. What sets them apart? And there's other ninjas that you recruit as well, right?
Exactly. Because, I mean, all the different ninjas that were sent out have been captured by the evil samurai warlord. So as you progress through the game, you'll meet them and be able to play as them. And they all have special abilities and special moves. I mean, Futo, which you saw, he's a big guy, he's got a hammer, and he's really effective against groups of enemies with his normal attack. And then Suzume, for instance, who is the girl ninja, she has a flute, and her power attack is basically that she can play her flute, and then all the samurais around her start dancing. And that's really effective also against, even more effective actually than Futo's, against big groups of samurais. So Hiro, he has a different power move, and all the other ones have different ones as well. But they all have special abilities which are really cool.
So it's not just a straightforward action game. There are some adventure and RPG elements, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's very light RPG elements, but you gather experience and you're able to level up. But basically, I mean, it's quite big, the game. I mean, you can follow the path and just do that and take out all the patrols as you come along of samurais. But you can also really choose to go out and explore, and there are some really big levels. And when you do that, you'll have lots of stuff to find and lots of stuff to do. You'll find spells, you'll find ingredients for potions. You'll be able to make ambushes on samurai patrols, and all sorts of cool things. So there's definitely a lot of depth and variety in the game.
It's a very good-looking game too. I noticed that the art direction is really easy on the eyes. What can you tell us about how you guys were inspired to, or what sort of look inspired you for this game?
I mean, we wanted to do a ninja game with a sort of wider appeal, and I think that it's really our art director Henrik. It's really his fault that it's looking so good, because he started making these sketches and everyone just fell in love with them, and it was just clear to see that this was the right look for the game, because it would give it this really wider appeal that we wanted to give it.
So it's also one of the first games that portray ninjas as having a sort of a sense of humor, as shown by maybe that fart boss that you showed. Can you describe that for our viewers?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we have a lot of humor in the game. It's basically, as you go on this epic journey, you'll have lots of little encounters with the samurais, and they're basically pretty stupid and do all these silly things. So there are all these little setups, but also there are the bosses, which are also really based on having some strong humor. The fart boss obviously farts at the player, and his farts, they chase you around the level, and then you have to sort of make him be caught in the fart so he's exposed and you can fight him like that. So there's tons of stuff like that.
Cool. All right, Ulrich, when should we expect to see it in stores, and which systems is it going to be available for?
It's coming out in fall this year, and it's coming out on Xbox 360, PS3, PC, on Wii, and on DS.
All right, Ulrich, thanks a lot. All right. There you go, Mini Ninjas. Keep an eye out.